Dooley, I'll be interviewing my mom
Dooley.
on the story of my birth. So, what made you want to have 3 kids in the first place?
I only wanted 1, but your dad wanted 4. But you guys were all unplanned.
What's your reasoning behind only wanting 1 child?
I really never thought about it. I thought I was just going to have 1 child and then be done with it.
Where was I born?
Columbus, Mississippi.
And do you specifically remember the hospital I was born in?
Baptist Memorial.
What was your reaction when my gender was revealed?
So when I had my first appointment for my ultrasound to get the gender revealed, the doctor told us that you were a girl. So your dad and I were just thinking of girls' names, and all we did was buy pink. And then when it was time for me to deliver and you were born, the doctor said, "Oh, my mistake," and you were a boy. So we didn't have any names picked out or anything. So your dad had to think of a name right there and then.
How did you feel when you found out you were pregnant with me?
I was happy. Your brother and sister were happy to know that they were going to have another sibling.
When did you find out you were pregnant with me?
When we were still stationed in Lodgesfield, Azores. Your dad came back from deployment. And then a few months after that, I found out I was pregnant with you.
And when you found out you were pregnant, did you tell Kiana and Keyshawn right away?
I did. At the time, my stomach wasn't big, so of course they're not gonna know. But as the months went by, they saw that my stomach was bigger. But they were happy to know that they were gonna have a younger brother or sister.
When you were pregnant with me, did you ever have any second guesses about your pregnancy?
No, not at all.
When I was born, who was at the hospital with you?
It was just me and your dad. And then your brother and sister came later on with your great-grandma Betsy. And then your grandma Joyce was on her way from Huntsville, Alabama.
If I had any complications when I was born, what were they?
You didn't have any kind of complications. Everything went smoothly and you were healthy.
When you were giving birth to me, how long were you in labor?
I'd say about 5 hours. Yours was probably, I want to say yours might be the shortest one, I think.
How was I named?
So, of course, in the previous question, of course, they told us that you were a girl the whole time until the time of delivery. So, of course, we didn't have any boy names picked out. And the night before I delivered, your dad was watching the Suns versus the Lakers, and it was going into triple overtime. He's always been a huge Kobe fan, and he was playing against, Mark Stoudemire, who was on the Suns, and his nickname was Stat, which was for standing tall and talented. And then the day you were born, those were the 2 names that just popped up in your dad's head, and he was like, "That's what I'm going to name my son, Kobe Amari Dooley."
And when he told you what he was going to name you, were you on board with that name?
I think I was just in agreement with it because he named your brother, and I was just tired by that time, so I was just like, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for your time.